Good morning. I'm a little tired today, but I wanted to hop on and let y'all know a little bit more about the Pleasure Activism event that's happening on this Thursday, July 28th from 7 to 9 p.m. So this event is the first event for the Care Economy series. If you haven't heard about it yet, you can browse on my social media. You'll see a bunch of posts about it. But essentially, it's a collection of workshops and roundtable discussions for community empowerment, right? So how do we shift away from exploitative models, exploitative economy, to an economy that is centered around community and care? So I'm hosting the first event, which is the Pleasure Activism event, because it's something that I feel that I know. And I think that before we even dive into economic models, we have to ground ourselves in what feels good for us as individuals and also us as a collective people. And I really believe that we can't hustle without intention and alignment, and without having intention and alignment, that's the area that we can lead to exploitation, or if we are prioritizing profit over our purpose. The night is going to be filled with meditation. It's going to be filled with mapping, collective mapping, individual mapping of what brings us pleasure. And hopefully that can help us get to what our core values are as a collective, and also as individuals that are navigating this space and transitioning to a care economy. And it's also going to be filled with some learning, right? I did not come up with pleasure activism. I mostly have learned about pleasure activism through Black intersectional feminists, and so I'm going to be highlighting those voices. We're going to be able to hear some of these people speak on what pleasure activism is and why it's important for creatives also to be participating in pleasure activism. And people of color, neurodivergent, sick people that are not thriving in the current capitalist system. Most people. And this is mostly going to be led through the Pleasure Activism book by Adrienne Marie Brown, but also some other voices. And then lastly, we're going to do some movement. We're going to get into our body a little bit, and we're gonna ground in our body and feel what feels good for us. So if you're planning on attending, I just wanted to, let you know what to bring, what to expect. The first thing that I would recommend bringing is a journal, so that you can have a place to reflect. If you don't have a journal, I'll have paper. I would also recommend bringing a mat. I do not have extra mats, and I have hardwood floors. So for our movement, please bring a mat, bring a blanket, bring something that will make it more comfortable for you to move in this space. And wear comfortable clothes for the movement section. You're welcome to wear as little or as much clothing as you'd like, specifically for the movement. Semi-nudity is chill. We just ask that you keep your bottoms on. This is generally a body positive space. Don't comment on people's bodies. Don't touch other people's bodies without consent, either verbal or physical consent. And, physical consent is like if someone moves away from you, if you try to touch them, that means no. just to clarify, that is also a way to identify consent. And I wanted to do that because I hate wearing clothes. I don't feel like I can move very well in my clothes. Like I always feel restricted, and I like to touch my skin. And I think that part of the movement aspect is going to be self-massage. So there's going to be some aromatherapy and being able to touch the skin while we do those things. And it will bring more intimacy with ourselves, self-connection, right? All right. If you want, you can bring a snack for yourself or a snack to share. I hope that if you do bring some food, it's food that brings you the utmost joy, right? What is the thing that you want to eat in that moment that is going to bring you so much happiness? Bring that to share, bring that for yourself. I also want to clarify that this space is a 420 friendly space, tobacco friendly outside. You can bring something to smoke, or bring some cash. I would personally recommend being sober for the first part of the event as we get to know each other, but honestly, it's up to you. There are no judgments. Smoke, hang out. Part of this being a consensual space also means that you don't have to participate in all of it, right? If you don't like to smoke, you don't need to smoke. If you don't like the activity that we're doing, or you just feel like it's too much for you, go lay down on the couch, relax, listen, observe. It's malleable. I also wanted to say that this space centers creatives, it centers artists, it centers entrepreneurs and aspiring entrepreneurs. It is for QT BIPOC, neurodivergent, sick folks, and community-centered beings, and it's also welcoming white accomplices. And as we navigate, all of our different identities, just being mindful of where we're coming from and how much space we're taking up in the space. So that is the gist of some of the information that you should know before coming. If you have signed up and gotten your tickets, then I will be sending you a message very soon with the address of where to park. I would really appreciate the support in parking in the right place for when you come to this event. The event is up a really big hill, and so if you need to try and carpool with a friend, it's pretty difficult to get up here. Pretty difficult to get up here walking, pretty difficult to get up here biking, but doable biking for sure, and it would just take a long time while you walk. Other access information is that the location is up a really big hill, and then once you get to the house, there's a pretty steep driveway, and then there's about 5 stairs to get into the event space, and then a few stairs to get into the space, or a few stairs you have to walk down to get into the space as well. As far as COVID goes, masks are encouraged. Being tested prior is also encouraged. The event is indoors. It does have really big windows that I am going to continually push open. They tend to open and close, but it gets pretty good airflow in there. Hopefully it doesn't get too cold, so also maybe bring a jacket. We want to make sure that we're keeping people safe, right? That's kind of the easy stuff, right? We're going to get into more of it on Thursday. If you haven't bought your tickets yet, it's $10 to $30 sliding scale. Right now we have mid and high range tickets available, so $20 to $30. If you need an accommodation, if you want to negotiate the price, I'm here for it. I'm here to support you. I want people to come and participate more than I want the money, right? This is actually something that I deeply care about, and I want to hear about my community's needs, and also, what brings us joy, and how can we shape that and pull that into the care economy. So come through, text me. If you don't like buying tickets off of Eventbrite, text me, we can work through it, or DM me. Where you can find my tickets, in my link in my bio under Intro to Pleasure Activism. All of the information I just said right now is also in the Eventbrite. That's about it. That's about it for today. Thank you so much for listening, for hopping on. No questions, just hella cuties. I'm really excited. I really hope you come. We have about 11 people signed up right now, and I'm going to cap it at 20. There are a few more there are a few more people that told me they're going to sign up. So get your tickets soon. Thanks so much. Ciao, babies.